Hello YouTube, it's Arikesu Live here to talk about why I am excited for World of Warcraft Legion. So, for a bit of backstory, I started playing WoW back, I think it was the Zul'Aman patch in Burning Crusade. I played pretty hardcore in Wrath of the Lich King all the way through to Cataclysm. This was the longest uninterrupted stretch that I played WoW. In this time, I was young, probably about a freshman or sophomore in high school. However, I could only play on the weekends. I mained a Holy Priest, I raided casually, but I mostly healed heroic dungeons. That was the content that I loved. I had a whole group of WoW-only friends, a list full of tanks that I would talk to and run content with pre-Group Finder. I remember helping several tanks gear up for raiding. Sadly, I believe those days will never really come back. However, nostalgia aside, I am excited for Legion. Why do I think the hype for Legion is more justified than the hype for Warlords, though? You see, I play a lot of MMOs now, from Warlords to Guild Wars 2 to Destiny to the big one, Final Fantasy XIV. To me, Blizzard finally realized that they don't have all the ideas anymore, that some games have done some things better than they have. The Mythic Plus dungeons, for example, remind me of a more souped-up version of the weekly strikes in Destiny. The artifact weapons remind me of a more accessible version of the relic/animal weapons in Final Fantasy XIV. The questing in Warlords was already alright, but they're even changing that so that you can do the content in any order you want post 100. I'm not in the beta, so I can't say for sure, but from what I have seen so far, Legion seems to be taking the best features from all around and piling them into a really fun, accessible package. This is important because if the game is fun, with loads of things for casual fans to enjoy, it's more likely that they will stay, which is better for the health of the game in the long term. Let's talk about specifics though. In Warlords, there was always things I was skeptical about, the plot being the big one and the enemies being another. A lot of people didn't like the time travel plot. I heard a lot of people talk about how it was too convoluted and hard to follow. Then we have the fact that people have been tired of fighting orcs for a long time now. They're a really bland and kind of overdone enemy in Warcraft at this point. Contrast this to Legion, it's a night and day difference. Instead of orcs, we're fighting demons with new, interesting, and varying models. We get a fan-favorite class, the Demon Hunter, a fan-favorite mascot, Illidan, and it feels like Azeroth is in real danger, biggest Legion invasion yet. We have real consequences, although I'll leave the spoilers out of this video. I see no complaints about the overarching plotline of Legion this time, which is a really refreshing thing to me. Between new inspiration from other successful games, and finally taking the story into a direction that people seem to enjoy a lot more, as well as finally admitting that they cannot push an expansion out every year, and committing to more patch cycles and content, Legion seems to be shaping up to be the most promising WoW expansion probably ever, and will definitely draw in a huge crowd of new and returning players. The only question I have now is, what will Blizzard do with this momentum? Can they release new, interesting content fast enough to keep people playing? I certainly hope so, as WoW is one of my favorite games and I would love to see it become a giant in the MMO industry again. This has been Arikesu Live ranting about World of Warcraft Legion. If you would like me to cover Legion some more, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, have a great day.